Hello mates. In this video I'll show you how to create and run a Docker container to mine Duco and limit the CPU usage for it. I'm using a Crank Gateway, Raspberry Pi 4 based, SenseCap M1 model for core CPU. I'm SSH connecting to it, as it runs headless, no video output. This example should run on any Linux-based platforms, maybe even on Windows, I'm not entirely sure. The reason for this approach is that, as we run multiple projects on a machine, to limit the CPU usage for Duco.
Duino Coin, it's not about the dough, it's DIY crypto, steady and slow, learning, coding, having some fun, mining on a chip, yeah.
We start by creating a directory, or a folder, to have everything grouped for simple use and finding. I'll name it Duco, and navigate to it. We need to create and edit a backend file, named Dockerfile, to define the building steps of our container. I used Nano, you might not have it installed. In that case you can use the visual editor, VI, the command line would be the same. All the steps and the guide will be in the description. This line will download and run the Python Duco repository from the official GitHub inside the Docker container. The next one will define the miner working directory, inside the same container. To save the file, Ctrl and O, Enter. To exit it, Ctrl X. The YAML file, or .yml, is the one that specifies to the container what image to run and other options, like network, CPU usage, and more. I defined a volume where the Duco wallet credentials and the mining preferences will be stored permanently, and the CPU usage for the Duco container. Mining Duco is about efficiency and low resources usage, after all. Ctrl O, Enter, Ctrl X. Because of the interactive way of starting mining Duco, and because of my lack of knowledge as I'm not a coder, I run the container interactively one time to save the credentials and settings in the volume defined earlier. The downloading and installing part should take around 10 minutes. Mine is faster as I've already did this before, assuring that it works. Add your own credentials and settings. Press Enter after each entry.
Duco in stock, Duino Coin, it's not about the dough, it's DIY crypto, steady and slow, learning coding, having some fun, mining on a chip, yeah, that's how it's done. Shot one hashing in a basement lab, not a get-rich scheme, just a nerdy grab. Open source love, no suits in the game, just a fam of devs who don't chase fame. ESP ticking, Python scripts lit, I'm mine for the joy, not the fiat hit. Trade it if you want, but I'm here to play. In the Duco world, that's how we slay. Duco stash.
The mining started, and you'll see the miner appearing in your Duco account wallet. The only problem I faced was to stop the container. In a visual environment, we would close the interactive terminal, but this is a SSH connection. I tried Ctrl-C, Ctrl-D, Ctrl-X. They didn't work, so I opened another command prompt and connected again to the Raspberry Pi OS to stop the container from outside. I'm checking what the container ID is, as it was named differently than I expected to be. We can see in the other tab that the Duco container stopped. Removing the orphaned container. It disappeared from the Duco dashboard as well. This next command line will start the container detached and with the credentials already saved. Remember, all the command lines and the instructions will be in the description below. The miners should appear soon. Let's check if the container is running without errors. So, it's working and it appeared in the Duco dashboard mining away. Only letting you know, the Duco Coca system considers Raspberry Pis and similar computers as PCs. The more you add, the less it earns, specifically 20% each. To exit the logs view, Ctrl and C. This time, it was properly named. Okay, so how about if we want to change the settings? How do we do that? We can see the Duco volume where the settings are stored. Finding out the volume's path. Okay, this is the path. How do we get to the settings file? Well, using this command, but if the file is protected, like in my example, we'll need super user permissions. Once I manage to write it right, let's try the previous command again. This time it should work.
Yo, I'm on a chain, no GPU heat. Got my Arduino mining while I kick up my feet. Low power style, eco in design. Proof of work with a coca shine. No Lambo dreams, just LEDs blinking. Tinkering tech while
Making sure the settings configuration file is here. It's time to open and edit it.
Duco in stock, Duino Coin. It's not about the dough, it's DIY crypto, steady and slow.
You'll notice that your mining key is base 64 encoded. Leave it as is. It's the same mining key you set up. I'm modifying some settings, and as always, to save the file, use Ctrl-O, Enter, and Ctrl-X to exit. Don't change the CPU IoT setting, as it might reduce the mining intensity if the CPU throttles, though how we set them up, it should never be a problem. For the new settings to take effect, restart the Duco container, using this next command that I forgot to record. How do we properly uninstall the Duco container? This command line stops and removes the Duco container and its associated network.
Miner flow, Duco in stock, Duino Coin. It's not about the dough, it's DIY crypto, steady and slow. Learning coding.
Removing the created Duco directory and its content.
One hashing in a basement lab, not a get rich scheme, just a nerdy grab. Open source love, no suits in the game, just a fam of devs who
To properly remove everything, remove the created image and the volume.
for the joy, not the fiat hit. Trade it if you want, but I'm here to play in the Duco world. That's how we slay. Duco stashing on the run. Yeah, C-Man mines this coin for fun. Duco stashing on the run. C-Man mines this coin for fun.
And it's gone from our Duco dashboard wallet as well. Thanks for watching.